Okay, got an idea for a new book you could write. The sequel to Frankenteens is called Grampires. As you can see, it flips a few things. One, vampires, not Frankensteins.
So how is this a sequel?
Just wait. Two, grandpas, not teens.
So this is taking the creepy factor of Twilight, which is that Edward Cullen is actually 100, and making the character actually 100?
Yeah. It was Mitch, was it? In the other one. Okay. Mitch is...
It's your story.
He leaves school,
Yeah.
gets a job at the local nursing home.
This is like the Frankenstein's nursing home?
No. That was just that school.
Okay.
Basically forget about everything except his name.
So the fact that he's a Frankenteen doesn't matter anymore?
No. So anyway,
again, I'm not sure why this has to be a sequel.
He gets a job. Works the desk.
Empties the bedpans.
Empties the bedpans.
Talks to the old people.
He does. Anyway, slowly, strange things begin to happen. One day, he's cleaning the denture glasses. Cleaning them off.
It's not a good job.
Some silly old man's left his dentures in there.
Yeah.
And
they're pointy dentures. That's
right. The next day, he's on cafeteria duty, and he's making up garlic pie.
Not garlic bread?
Oh, that's better.
Morning, boys. I got blood pudding and garlic bread. What do you want?
But, you know, he just puts it down to...
Would you like some steak? No!
He just puts it down to these old men are a bit cantankerous. Next day, he has to give one of the men a sponge bath. And he's thinking, oh, he's a big guy. I got to reach all the way over the other side of him to wash him.
Not just go around the other side.
Well, he's down on his knees by the top, and he's just thinking, I wonder if it's worth getting up, walking around. He says, I know, I'll just look in the mirror and see if there's any dirt on that side of him. So he looks over in the mirror. You can't see the man. Anyway, so Mitch is like, this is really weird. So he goes downstairs to the library. You know, there's one of those montages where he's looking through old books about the occult.
I feel like everything you've said so far should be a montage too. Also, remember, we're working in the medium of the written word, which doesn't suit itself to montages quite so well as your native medium of film.
Whatever the equivalent is, little sentences.
Mitch plugged "You Shook Me All Night Long" into his ears and looked through the following books.
Yeah, that's good, that's good. One night, he is working really late. He walks past the games room, and he hears some voices in there. He only picks up a few words, but he hears words like, blood, children.
Why is he, if he's the trainee nurse, why is he here in the middle of the night when everyone else has gone home?
Come on,
he's up late.
That is fiction, is it not? Okay, so...
Sorry!
So,
anyway. You can't just paper over a plot hole by saying, it's fiction, don't worry about it. It's all made up.
There's supposed to be 2 on at a time, but Tony called in sick. Right.
Or, there's only 2 at a time, but he walks through the corridor and there's his senior nurse on the floor with 2 puncture wounds in his neck.
I like it, we'll do that.
Some actual vampire action after like 500 pages of setup.
So, with a dying breath, just like, I was under them all along. These grandpires. The whole place is grandpires.
For clarity, she really should have said vampires.
And everything's been going strange since that night a month ago when the weird tall man in the cape visited.
Dracula.
It was Dracula. Here's what you need to know. How can this be told? It's in one of the books. And he finds...
What is this expansive library they have at the old folks' home with all this convenient vampire information?
How about... What if the old man's home is built in like an old castle?
Okay.
That they used to think was inhabited by witches or something.
Or vampires.
Anyway, so he's going through and he's like, the older vampires, the type of blood matters, as in the type.
The blood type.
So he goes down the street to Old Man Peterson, who runs an old bookshop. You have to turn it into a journey.
Yeah.
Hero's Quest. So
he goes down the street to old Mr. Peterson's bookshop.
He pulls down this chart and it has all this information about different blood types. He realises that there's this very rare type of blood type, will make it 00 positive. Now, most of the blood types subtract years from your life. They make you young forever. 00 positive adds years. But it's a very rare blood type. Now, Mitch is like, you know what? If I can get all the grandpires to drink this type of blood, they'll have years added and they'll die straight away because they're so old.
Isn't part of being immortal
that
extra years don't matter? Because you're immortal.
But I'm imagining in the sense of Dracula always stays 30. Like Edward Cullen. He's eternally 20 or whatever. In this world, the rule is whenever you get bit,
you live out your normal life just in vampire form, and
the blood keeps giving you more years, so you stay the same. And most vampires, because they drink so much blood, just stay exactly the same. They're fine. Mitch is like, okay, that's what I got to do. I got to change the blood supply. How do I get this blood type? Blood bank.
Obvious.
So he goes to the blood bank, and he's like, hey, I need a blood transfusion. Do you have double O positive?
Like, sure we do! Sign here, there's your blood.
He punches this woman, drags her into a cupboard, puts on her, poses as her.
Gets the blood.
There is like only a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And he needs like a whole urn.
Can't he just stake him?
No, he can't stake him. Like, there could be reasons, like one of them was in the war, so he's got a metal plate there.
So each one happens to have a barrier to its heart.
Isn't it fair enough to just... We're dropping elements of vampire lore here. The stake is not in this. Just like in Twilight, they're sparkling. What he decides to do, he's in the blood bank, dressed as the woman. He calls up the head blood bank office. Hello! I think we should run a nationwide campaign for... We desperately need double positive. Yes! Yes, ma'am. Right away. Nationwide campaign.
What happened to this being a quest narrative, by the way?
Well, this is the final challenge.
So this is the kind of quest where you sit on the phone and make a few calls and get the thing
Okay, Mr. Action. He gets in a dune buggy and drives to the head office.
Good. Now we're getting somewhere.
Anyway, the doors fling open and in come hundreds of people who are giving the double O blood.
Yeah.
So he fills up the blood supply with it and takes it to the nursing home, puts it in the urn, they all die. The end.
Grandpas.
Oh, my nerve endings aren't registering. I can't feel where the walls are. I can't get through the maze.
What? Why?
Because part of his power he doesn't feel.